Ryan Loco for HeavyMMA.com, just days away from UFC 121 when the man to my left will be facing Brock Lesnar for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Cain Velasquez. Cain, we were just talking earlier off camera. How is this media circus affecting you? And you said it's really actually not that crazy.
It's not that crazy at all. You know, with having the prime time, having them follow you around for 3 weeks straight. I've gone, this past month I've gone to Miami, I've gone to a couple different places. So this hasn't been that crazy at all. This is kind of calming.
Now, is it any sort of a distraction in the gym, or when you train at a place like AKA with those kind of guys, they don't let you have any distractions? There's no excuses.
No, there's always cameras there. You know, and the camera people, I mean, they're always good. You know, they're just flies on the wall. We do our training, and if they need interview or something afterwards, then I mean we'll definitely do it. But it's normal. It just keeps us ready for this.
Now, as far as training with AKA, and for a guy like Brock, you know, take nothing away from John Fitch and you know, Josh Koscheck. They're not really the size of Brock Lesnar. How do you game plan for a guy like that? And do you bring anyone in? And can you even find anyone that size to really mimic Brock?
We brought in this year's national champ in college to bring in. He's fighting for us now. So we trained with him. We got Daniel Cormier, who's an Olympic wrestler who's fighting heavyweight also. So we just brought other guys who have great stand-up that are, you know, his size. You know, that's what we've done. We've brought in those kind of guys. We're training with those kind of guys. We train in you know, the stuff that we think Brock is really strong at, and yeah, I think we're ready.
Now, head trainer Javier Mendez says that you are the best athlete that AKA's ever had. What is that? What kind of weight does that put on your shoulders? I mean, you have guys like John Fitch there and Koscheck and all those guys training there, and you are the cream of the crop, according to him.
You know, it's no pressure at all. I mean, you know, I have to go out there and win. That's pretty much it. That's all I have in my head. And, you know, if he can say that, then that's great, you know. But I think that for me, there's always room for improvement, and I'm always improving. And I think I need to get a lot better also.
Now, I was watching UFC, and I've seen commercials, and apparently I just found out you're Mexican. I had no idea, according to all the commercials. Yeah. But now, do you feel any of that pressure? I mean, did you go into this fight seeing it as a Mexican facing an American or anything like that? Or is it's just a fight between two top athletes?
No, I mean, we're both American. You know, I was born here in the U.S., but I have strong roots in Mexico. You know, my parents are from Mexico. I lived 7 miles from the border growing up. So, I mean, I'm Mexican-American. We're both American. But, you know, I'm just happy to represent, you know, in boxing. You know, we've had a strong heritage of boxers that have been smaller guys, champions, and we've never had a heavyweight champ. I think it's something that we have one, and I'm happy to be that person. And
then really quick, you know, to kind of touch on that final question, how has the support been from the Mexican-American community, and especially being here in, you know, Southern California, where there's such a large population of them?
It's been great. You know, I fought here last year against Ben Rothwell, and, you know, the crowd when I walked out was awesome. I had a great welcoming when I came here first for this fight, and I'm expecting the same thing. And I think it's a great place for me to fight. It's an ideal place for me to fight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Cain Velasquez facing Brock Lesnar at UFC 121 for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the World. And, of course, for all your UFC 121 coverage, head on over to HeavyMMA.com.